Good morning. Myself Abhishek Kumar Soni and I have done BTech in Information Technology from Guru Bhaskar Central University, Bilaspur in 2017. I have been teaching mathematics since 2017 and have a total work experience of 6 years. Right now, I am working with Advanced Educational Services Limited in Rohtak, Haryana. I have taught around 1,000 students so far, and my students scored good ranks in UPSC, Olympiad, and CBSE examinations. I am mainly teaching foundation mathematics and reasoning subjects. So let's start our topic, that is polynomial. Now, I am going to discuss a topic that is polynomial. So polynomial consisting two words, that is poly and nomial. Poly means many and nomial stands for expression. Means whenever we have combination of expressions, so that we call a polynomial. But this is not the exact definition of polynomial. So what is the exact definition of polynomial? So an algebraic expression in which the variable involved have only non-negative have only non-negative power is called polynomial. तो हम इससे क्या समझ पाए कि जो भी हमारा पॉलिनोमियल है उसमें जो भी पावर्स हैं वेरिएबल की वो नॉन नेगेटिव होनी चाहिए मींस होल नंबर होनी चाहिए मींस 0 1 2 ठीक है। दूसरी बात अगर हम बात करेंगे तो अ पॉलिनोमियल can't have infinite number of terms. Okay, so when we are going with general solution, so we can write polynomial like this. So px is equal to an xn plus an minus 1 xn minus 1 plus an minus 2 xn minus 2 and so on till a1 x1 plus a naught, where a naught, a1, a2 till an are constant. Okay, so I'm going to take an example of polynomial like 5xy square minus 3x plus 5y cube minus 3. So if you are going to count the number of terms in this entire polynomial, so here are total 4 terms. First one is this one, this is the second one, this is the third one, and this is the fourth. Okay. So how we are going to distinguish between a polynomial and a equation that is not a polynomial? So I'm going to give an example of an term, or you can say equation, that is not a polynomial. So somewhere is written like 3x y to the power minus 2 plus 2x to the power minus 1. So here we can see that the power of the variable is not a whole number. So we can see that this entire equation is not a polynomial. Okay. Now let's discuss the degree of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial. So how we are going to explain this? To the highest power of the variable in a polynomial is called degree of that polynomial. Okay, so I'm going to give you some examples. Suppose the first equation is like x cube plus x to the power 5 minus 3. So degree of this entire equation is 5. Why? Because the highest power in this entire equation is 5. Now the next one is x square plus 5x plus 6. So the degree of the polynomial is 2 because the highest uh, power of the variable is 2. Now another example, x to the power 7 minus x to the power 5 plus x to the power 3 plus x square plus 5. Here the degree of the polynomial will be what? 7 because the highest power of the variable is 7. Now let's start with the categorization of polynomial. So if we discuss categorization of polynomial, so there are lot of aspects we have to discuss. We can categorize a polynomial behalf of two things. First one, depending on terms, and second one is depending on degree. Okay. So depending on terms means first one is monomial. Okay. Monomial is nothing but whenever the number of terms is 1, so in that situation we call that kind of polynomial as monomial. Means somewhere is written like 2x or minus 2z or 3y or 6x, all are the example of monomial. Now I am going to discuss the second type, that is binomial. So as the name explains, bi means two. So whenever we have two terms in our polynomial, so that entire equation will be binomial. So we can see here in binomial there are two terms. Okay. Third one is trinomial. So again, whenever we have three terms like 3x plus 4y minus 6z or 6x plus 7y minus 10z. So whenever we have three terms in a polynomial, so that kind of polynomial we treat as trinomial. Now discuss with depending on the degree. So first one is when the degree is 0. So that kind of polynomial is constant polynomial. Okay. Means whenever we have any constant value, just like 2 comma 5 minus 3 6, all these value we can write as the zero polynomial because we can write all these ones like minus 3 x to the power 0 and 6 x to the power 0. So here the degree of the polynomial is 0. That's why we can say this entire polynomial is constant. Now let's start with another one, linear polynomial. So linear polynomial is nothing but when degree of given polynomial is 1. In that situation, we call that kind of polynomial as linear polynomial. Example, 2x plus 3y plus 4z. So here we can see that all the available variables have power 1. Okay, 6x plus 7y. Again here the power of variables are 1. Now let's move with third kind of polynomial, that is quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. Similarly, when degree of any polynomial is 2, so in that situation we call that kind of polynomial is quadratic polynomial. So if we write 2x square plus 3y or 3y square plus 2xy. So here we can see that whatever the degree we have here, that is 2. Okay. So whenever the degree is 2, so we can say that kind of polynomial is quadratic polynomial. Now let's start with third kind, that is cubic polynomial. So similarly, if degree is 3, then we can say that that kind of polynomial is cubic polynomial, like 3x cube plus 1x square plus 2x plus 4, or cube plus x square, y cube plus 2y. So all these equation consist highest power 3. So that's why these three equations are cubic. Now let's start with the last kind of polynomial, that is biquadratic polynomial. Biquadratic polynomial. So in quadratic we saw the degree is 2. Now here by itself depicts that we have to multiply that 2 with 2. It means if degree is 4. So example of this biquadratic polynomial will be 4x4 plus 3x square, or x to the power 4 plus x, or y to the power 4 plus y. So all these kind of polynomials are biquadratic polynomial. Okay. So I hope you understood the entire basic concept of the polynomial, where I have discussed what is a polynomial and what is the degree of the polynomial, categorization of polynomial depending on degree. Okay. So one of the polynomial is remaining, that is zero polynomial. So zero polynomial is nothing, any polynomial that is equivalent to 0, that we call zero polynomial. And if we discuss that what is the degree of the zero polynomial, to remember this one, that degree of zero polynomial is not defined. Okay, so remember this thing. So I have completed the entire kind of polynomial depending on terms and depending on degree. So I hope you understood this entire session. Thank you so much.